People somewhat braced themselves for Budget Day, but this particular measure caught everyone off guard.
I will introduce a new levy this year. Every vehicle over 10 years old, which is not a classic car, will therefore pay an annual pollution levy of £10 per week, or £520 per vehicle, charged on the anniversary of the first registration of the vehicle, whether in Gibraltar or elsewhere.
People were not happy.
It's coming up to 10 years and it's an absolute disgrace. I'm really angry with that, really angry.
Myself, my car's over 10 years old, and if I have a car that's over 10 years old, it's probably because I can't afford a new one.
I don't know, I'm not 100% clear on that, and obviously it'll raise lots of questions.
Anything to get an extra income into the debts that we have in Gibraltar.
In true Gibraltarian fashion, a WhatsApp group was created moments after the measure was announced. It grew from having 100 members to 1,000 in no time. Very often, it's hard to get people to talk on camera. This time, a queue of people formed to speak to GBC about their concerns.
We have to pay £520 per annum, and the car, which is supposedly the cause of the pollution, can still be used. I would like to know where this money is what this money is going to do. How is it going to clear the pollution in Gibraltar?
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for those, especially those being affected, which are the low-income households. They're being charged for no reason. If they can't afford to buy a new car every 10 years, what are they going to do? They're going to have to fork the bill.
The government is always increasing rates left, right and centre with electricity, water, rent. Now, if you have a car that you take care of for many, many years, maybe it doesn't even have that many kilometres, but at the end of the day, you're going to be charged a set fee of £520.
Elderly people, they'll use their car once or twice to go and do a shopping, see a family relative. Why should they have to pay £520 when they use their car once, twice maybe? What about all the people that cross over from Spain? Cross-frontier workers, they bring their cars in, they're older than 10 years, they come in with their bikes, that's older than 10 years.
The Chief Minister spoke to Radio Gibraltar about the measure. Fabian Picardo attempted to show some empathy, but hit the wrong note with many.
I bought myself a car because of my personal circumstances. I wanted to cheer myself up, and I've got a Porsche that's older than 10 years old. I'm going to pay the levy too.
Yeah, but you can afford to buy a Porsche. That's my point.
Yeah, but
for those we spoke to, the measure and the comments that followed seem to have been a final straw, prompting conversations about general discontent.
How long are they going to carry on choking us? I'm a single parent. I've had nights where I haven't had enough money to eat dinner. And I have a job. And I've never been on welfare, and I've never asked for anything that doesn't belong to me. I've never asked for any hand-me-downs, and the reality is now they want us to pay extra. And Mr. Picardo has the gall to turn around and say that he has a 10-year-old Porsche that he's going to have to pay. I wish I could afford a Porsche. I have a £1,200 Ford. I'm going to pay more in taxes in 2 years than what my car is worth. And now I'm risking my job talking to you because I'm a civil servant. And even though we have freedom of speech, I'm actually gagged. So there's a very high chance that HR is going to come looking for me. But you know what? I don't care.
The government is only thinking about themselves, and they're not thinking about the people in Gibraltar. We're all Janitos here, and we're all a part of this country, and we were born and raised here. We all have our rights, and he's throwing us all under the bus. I'm a single parent, I can speak for myself. I am suffering loads of money, and now that I'm going to have to pay for my car as well every year because he feels like it.
Gibraltar is going worse. This is going to be for the rich people only. If the chief minister carry on like this is going to end up for the rich people. Monte Carlo, vamos, we're going to live in Monte Carlo instead of Gibraltar.
The measure was announced at around midday, but just 3 hours later, the government decided it was going to make a U-turn. A consultation process will be launched instead.
the measure was always designed to exempt pensioners, students, those on low incomes. But the Ministry of Transport believes that actually we may be able to do this in a different way, that we may be able to do it in a consultation in a different way and achieve the objective of the renewal of the vehicle park, but without a measure which is perhaps as draconian in certain respects in its application, but which may nonetheless have the same result. And if there is a way of having the same result, but with a less draconian measure, the government, of course, open to that. We don't want to do draconian measures.
In a statement, the government said legitimate concerns have been raised about the effect of this measure on many vulnerable groups, and that after deeper examination, the government will look to reduce motor vehicle pollution in a different way. A consultation will be held after summer, and the levy will not progress as announced this morning. Possible alternatives include taxing cars when they're sold, or by how many there are per household, or on a sliding scale. The government were quick to retract the measure, but the impact it's had on the public may not be forgotten as quickly, with a protest gathering outside No. 6 Convent Place this evening.